I really enjoyed Black Panther. Out of Phase 4, this is easily one of the best movies that they've made, or best things that they made in Phase 4 in general. I would probably say Shang-Chi and this movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, are my top 2 movies. This movie was done really well. It was a nice way to pay respect to Chadwick Boseman, and I felt like the movie was handled really well. At certain points, this movie didn't even feel like a Marvel movie. Like, I felt like it was shot really well, and it was really beautiful. There was a lot of creative shots, a lot of good scenes that I liked, and overall, I just felt like the movie was really well put together. The thing I like about making a movie about Wakanda, like the first Black Panther, is that it deals with just Wakanda pretty much, and not the whole world all the time. Because a lot of Marvel movies, they tend to have to connect out to everything else, but this feels like it's just like it's its own nation's problem. It feels isolated. It feels tight, I would say. It feels complete, packed, put together. And I like that feeling that not everything has to be like this big universe thing. It could be like smaller conflicts, like with Wakanda and the underwater city. I loved Namor. I thought Namor was amazing. I don't know anything about him from the comics, but I loved him in this movie. I thought he was a really cool character. I thought the actor did him great, and I love seeing him fight. Oh my gosh, him with the wings and him flying around with the spear and him just being pretty much like a strong person with the power of flight. It was just so fun to watch him. He was really cool, and I felt like all the action scenes were amazing. Like some of the fight scenes where it was just one-on-one were amazing. There's this one fight scene in the beginning. It's Okoye versus one of like the head generals of Namor's army, and there's like no music within the fight scene. I mean, Marvel scenes, it is edited a little bit and cut up a bunch, so it kind of takes you out of it, but I do like that there's no music and that it's just a one-on-one, and that scene I thought was just amazing. And Okoye I thought was amazing too. I like how she got her own little character arc in this, and how the queen was kind of fed up with her. The whole story that Okoye went through was really fun to watch. How she did turn on them in Black Panther 1, and there were multiple times where she kind of messed up, so I could see where the queen's coming from. I just like that for her character story. And all the actors were insane in this movie. I felt like Shuri, I thought was amazing. I love how her character wasn't a T'Challa part 2. She was her own character. She had her own ways, she had her own beliefs, she had her own thoughts, and that was really fun because I wouldn't want to see just another same Black Panther. I like that the ideals were different. Like her ideals were different from T'Challa's, and they're more similar to Killmonger's. Killmonger's cameo I really did enjoy too. It's not like they brought him back to life or anything. They just had him with a quick appearance in sort of like the spiritual world, and I really like that little small cameo, and it wasn't too much, and it was a nice moment to be like, oh. Riri Williams, Ironheart, I felt like she was kind of maybe the only part of the movie that I didn't like. She was supposed to be like kind of the comedic relief, but sometimes I was just like, I really don't care for you. And her armor to me looked kind of corny. It looked a little cheap and fake. It looked a little bit clunky too. I guess it was supposed to look like that because it was her first one. But also it is made out of vibranium, so I felt like it could have been a little bit better. But the acting for her was really well. I loved every actor in this movie. I love all my Black actors. I felt like everybody did good. The Queen was amazing. She was insane in this, and a lot of her moments they hit home. I felt them. You could tell that this movie is like sort of more grounded just by like even the ending. There's no cameos, there's no hint to like other movies really for the future. There's no like big setup for something next. Even the ending scene, it shows Shuri finally coping with her brother's loss, and it shows that they had a kid together, T'Challa and his wife. And I like an ending scene like that way better than them having to like have like a cameo from somebody or something big happen. It was just like a real nice change of pace. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad that Namor stayed alive. I really did not want him to die because I loved him so much, and I can't wait to see more from his whole tribe and maybe having Wakanda team up with everything. And this movie just represents a lot. I thought it was handled well for what they had to do. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, and I really wish we could have seen him fight Namor, because those scenes when Namor was fighting was really good, and to have Chadwick Boseman fight him would have been amazing. But rest in peace. And it sets up for the future of Black Panther in such a calm way. As they do with most Marvel movies, all they say in the end is Black Panther will return. And I love that. That's all we need. We don't need anything more. overall, I would give this movie like an 8 out of 10 because there was just some aspects I didn't like. The story was a little bit like, I felt like it's been done before, but a lot of the things I like, the action, some of the cinematography was amazing, the music was amazing, and overall I thought the movie was handled really well.